Hold on a second. Let me adjust my my Funhouse tripod again. Guys, I tell you what. I'm kind of tired, if I'm going to be honest with you right now. I can't sit here and lie to you. I read the papers the other day, and I'm not reading. There's no more newspaper. Thank God. But I find myself floating to like certain news outlets. This is how insidious these people are. Anyhow, I'm reading this article. You know how they try to grab you? And so a lot of times I won't even go into an article because of how much they try to grab you. Let me get a coffee, huh? No coffee. This is the, access denied by my world's favorite coffee mug here. Anyhow, I don't know. Let me dehydrate myself even more. The other day I took a piss. I could have pissed into a pan and baked it to make brownies. This is what we're talking about here. You never saw such a dehydration, non-vitamin piss. It came out brown. I said, oh boy, okay, time to drink some water. Like, immediately. My kidney's in there going like, what the fuck, guy? Come on. For crying out crin. I got the other guy. He's not even working anymore. I'm like pulling the load over here. But speaking of loads, can you shoot one once in a while so we can relax? For crying out loud. So I'm reading this article. The title of the article says Olympic athlete injured, severe injury. I'm like, oh my God, what happened? One of those skiing crashes into a fence? But I don't know. It looks like somebody like aimed the human cannonball down the side of the mountain. And then it's always, listen, when a skier goes into the fence and they do like a million tumbles, like Launchpad McQuack coming in for a landing. And then you're like, oh my God. And then the body goes limp. You're like, Jesus Christ. That person's dead. Even though you get knocked out. People can get knocked out. Isn't that amazing? We have a system where you can get knocked out cold. What a design. What a design. We are programmed. We are programmed with like death scenarios. I mean, think about it. It's crazy. You go unconscious. Everything speeds up. You ever notice when you get into an accident, or everything slows down? I mean, holy, what are we watching, a DVR here? I always said that when everything slows down in a car accident, it's like an adrenaline spike, right? And your lifetime turns into a high-speed camera, and then everything feels slower because your I don't know, all your inputs are on overdrive. Oh, you basically have bionic superpowers. Imagine if you had a button to activate that. Holy shit! I would get into fights all the time. The guy was like, what are you, an asshole? And I'm like, fuck you and your mother with a rusty pipe in her asshole sideways. What's it gonna... And he goes to swing and you hit the button and you're like, wow, this is great. And you look back and you see the fist coming at you and you're like, I have like 3 days to move out of the way. And watch me catch this guy right under the motherfucking chin. Ba-bang! And you fucking adrenaline launch him into the air right on top of the hood of his own car. Like, anybody else want to go? And everybody's sitting around. They're like, did you see how fast he did that? And for a moment there, he was talking like one of the chipmunks. Oh my God, the adrenaline button. Let me have it. Let me have it. You can only do it in short bursts. You know, it's like the fucking nitrous oxide system on one of those German fighter planes. You know what? That's where nitrous oxide came from. These guys want to hit like severe altitudes while dogfighting. You hit the nitrous button on a fucking, what is it? I don't know. Inline 12? What kind of engines do these things have? 12, these 16-cylinder monsters? Oh my God. Hitting the nitro on it. And you know they had a huge bottle of nitro too. Oh, can you imagine getting shot in a nitro bottle? Goodbye. Oh my God. Oh, what it must feel like to like go into a climb. Somebody's chasing you with, you got a P-52 with 6 50 caliber machine guns. This is unreal. And this is 6 50 cals in the wing of a plane. The wing is supposed to be kind of light. It goes to show you what amazing machines these were. 6. How did they determine that they needed 6? Oh my God. Could you imagine the field tests? They set up a target. I mean, this, I know. Guys, listen. This show is in the toilet. I'm here to tell you right now, and I honestly don't know where it's going. You go into a climb, and you push that nitrous button, and it's like, oh my God, hang on to von Lederhosen! Holy shit, though. You fly back in, they're like, what is wrong with the airplane? And you're like, fill up the nitrous tank, will you? Will you? Yeah. Nitrous tank. And where's the fucking beer? We're in Germany, right? Where's the fucking beer? Don't you guys just drink beer for everything? I remember that was the whole reason why anybody wanted to go on a school trip to Germany. You could get beer at McDonald's. It's like, how, what? I mean, da-da-da-da-da. Let's go. Come on. Fucking Big Mac and a beer? I'm in. You got German chicks. I got news for you right now. You don't date German chicks. Every guy I know that's going out with a German chick, it's like, it's absolute lunacy. Number one, they want you to take a dump on them in bed. It's like, what? Yeah, use me like Von Toilet. And you're like, huh? Like, come on, baby, you got to get out of here. I got news right now. I can't be going to the bathroom in the bedroom. Ah, boy. Guys, my mother's watching this show. Come on. I have an asshole life. Do you understand that right now? I have like an embarrassment life, and I don't even think I fully realize it yet. Especially with the way this show's going. Anyhow, German breds. What are you gonna do? Yeah, they're psychopaths too. They're too smart for their own good. Like, German women are extremely smart puppies. I don't know if you noticed this. The last time you went to Germany, they got the 11-axis CNC machine. This, to me, is like the basis of all civilization. That's right. You say, why do one people, they can't even get out of living in the dirt over here? And then another people, they got an 11-axis CNC machine, which can basically almost replicate itself. It can have babies. In Germany, they have machines that can actually have babies. I mean, anytime you get engineers together, forget about it. There's these German broads. I remember my friend was going out with this German girl, and she was writing him like novels about how he's wrong about everything. They were arguing about something, and she wrote him like, I don't know. It was like sent him a binded book about how he was wrong about everything, and I'm reading about it. I'm like, boy, she's right. I hate to tell you, I mean, bros before hoes, but I mean, this is ridiculous. What has she got, a PhD in something? I said, dude, you got to watch out for this woman. This is like a nut job beyond nut job. This is the king, the queen of all nut jobs. I don't know. Anyhow, I'm reading this newspaper article. Like, they're like Olympic athlete injured. I open up the article. He's a cross-country skier, and during the event, his penis froze. I was like, huh? I'm like, your penis froze. This is the irony of this whole thing. This guy was from Finland. Number one, that's like dying from a sunburn in Southern California. You come out of your mother's twat on a pair of skis in Finland. Do you know that? They deliver you right into, like, I don't know, a pile of snow. You know how we do it like a pool here? You come out of your mother's twat. You know, it's kind of disgusting. Doesn't your penis touch your mother's vagina on the way out? It's like, you're kind of like a motherfucker, right? Just saying. I don't know. I don't know. I wonder if anybody, you think a boy ever came out of the twat with a boner? I mean, it's got to be in the medical books. I mean, listen. So anyway, let me let my nose run all over my hands, and then I'll wipe it on my jeans. That's right, because I'm homeless. I should have a barrel with a fire in it in here. More coffee here. So yeah, I said frozen penis. I said holy schmackerel. I'm like, this can't be happening. So I'm reading the article, and I'm like, oh, the guy must have been striving for first place, so he wouldn't give up. You know, give up on it already. For God's sakes, when your penis starts freezing, I said, oh, he must be going for first place. This is gold, Olympic gold. Listen, everybody wants a gold medal. But I got news for you. Nobody gives a shit about the gold medal. The only reason why any Olympic athlete strives to get a gold medal is so they could get blown that night. I'm sorry, if you win U.S. Olympic gold, I want to see the U.S. Olympic blowjob team that they fly in. Come on. What do you think? I need to hang this thing around my neck like some Yahoo? I want to get blown. That's why any man tries to win a gold medal. Stop it already. This is we lie to ourselves. I get on the podium. I'm getting blown on the podium. Do you understand? That's right. Highly inappropriate for TV. They got to film it. The Chinese TV the cameraman, they got to film it. Wait above the waist. Because I'm busy getting a blowy. Oh, jeez. So, I mean, and then you go into the locker room, and there they are. It's the U.S. blowjob team. Yes, the gold medalist comes in. Oh, good Lord. You have no idea. This is why I strive for gold. So I find that I come to find that this guy with his popsicle cock over here is in 28th place. I said 28th place. I'm sorry. If I'm in 28th place and I get a hangnail, I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm done. What? Why even finish when you finish? No, I would turn around and go home. It's more honorable than winning 28th place. I mean, you get off the plane, like, here he is. He's back from the Olympics. He got 28th place. You're like, oh, yeah? Well, let me help the baggage guys over here. Yeah. What's up, guys? I got to lift something really, really heavy, and it could hurt my back. Let's start. Guys, I'm back. But didn't you see? Do me a favor. Sprinkle a little of that jet fuel all over the floor so I can just set this motherfucker on fire. I mean, they have segregated water fountain for him when he goes into the airport. He's like, geez, I'm thirsty. He looks over, and it says, like, you know, white people and then people that came in 28th place. Because let's face it, everybody's white in Finland. Do we have to argue about that? And he's like, oh my God, like everything's changed. He goes to get a sandwich at the deli. They give him Swiss cheese that doesn't have holes in it. He's like, that's it, that's it, you motherfuckers! I froze my cock off for this! So that's it. Then you come in 28th place. You're the embarrassment of human civilization, and now you got a fucking frozen cock. I got news for you right now. You can't let your dick freeze. Oh my God. I'm trying to, now in my head, I'm thinking to myself, well, if his dick froze, it's either really big or really small. Right? I'm like, well, because it's really small, it doesn't have a lot of blood in it, so it starts to crystallize fast. I'm like, that's great. He's got a small cock on top of it all. You came in 28th place with a frozen cock. And then you have the embarrassment. The embarrassment of walking, he's walking off like this, holding it. I can't even tell you right now, I would not tell anybody I had a frozen dick. I would have finished the race. They would be like, how you doing? They're like, doing great. I got to go back to the hotel now. And can anybody draw me a bath with, like, I don't know, lava in it? Catch you later, guys. And listen, if I'm in 28th place and I get a ball scratch, I'm out of there. And how do you know your dick is frozen? And how did he get diagnosed with a frozen cock? That means that he had to go to a doctor, and the doctor was feeling it. He's like, by God, it's frozen. Yeah. Nurse, come over here and thaw it out with the mouth heater. I mean, that's a real technical term for what we use around here. I mean, he can't even get blown. 28th place? Go blow yourself. I hope you're flexible enough. Anyhow, what do? They wrap a hot towel around it? I don't know. The doctor dips it in his coffee. He's like, here you go, son. Oh, now I got cream. What happened? Guys, I know. So that's it. A frozen dick. You know, that's great. I don't know what the whole... Jesus Crimler. Look, and that's the thing. And that's the thing. You almost felt bad for him until I continue reading and find out this is the second time it's happened in competition. It's like, dude, you couldn't wrap like a piece of wool around that thing? Are you kidding me? Was he riding along? He's like, oh my God, my dick's freezing again. It's like, yeah. If my dick froze once, that would never happen again. Because let's face it, if it froze, it turned blue, then it turned purple, then it ultimately turns black and then falls off. That's right, it just hardens and falls off. Can you imagine that? I swear to God, I take that frozen dick when it's black and I put it in a box. And then, I don't know, jump off a bridge. Holy schmackerel. You pick up this chick on a date, you go back to your house, and you're like, she's so into you, guys are kissing, you're ripping each other's clothes off. You get down to your underwear, and you're like, hang on a second. Hang on. There's a little caveat down here. And she pulls down your pants. She's like, I can't wait anymore. She pulls down your pants, and you got like this little black, shriveled up, I don't know, it's like particle board dick. Like, well, skiing accident. Actually, I was in the Olympics in 28th place. What's that? Where you going? I never saw somebody go down the stairs that fast before. You're talking top fuel drags to burnout. Out of there. You're like, who could blame her? Who could blame her? Guys. I know. I said his dick could either be too big as well. Because maybe it's so big that it's so far away from the body that it freezes. I don't know what to tell you. I see guys walking around with water bottles full of chia seeds. Listen, when I saw my wife do it, I wanted to take the bottle and just, I don't know, fucking do a spinning with shot put right through the fucking bay window with it. Now I'm walking around, I see guys carrying around like these gallon jugs of water full of chia seeds. This is like too much. It's got to stop. Something's got to happen. I can't take it anymore. This is what happens when you stop making fun of people. You stop bullying people. They think it's all right to go out into the world with a gallon of water full of chia seeds. This is telling me I'm trying way too hard to be alive, and it's so uncool. It really is. It tells. Let me tell you something right now. Americans and people in general have this incredible fear of death. Have you ever noticed that? And it's like, no, the Americans. The American spirit is not being afraid of dying. Everybody's just so afraid of dying. They don't take any chances, any risks like that anymore. You know? Who am I talking to? I won't even go skiing. I was watching a TikTok video of people that let their like 4-year-old kid go down the side of a mountain skiing. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Maybe you don't remember what happened to Sonny Bono. And this kid's 4 years old. Oh my God, imagine your parents, you're there. Look at Johnny go. And he goes like slamming into a tree. Oh my God. And he's got a fucking, like a branch with a pine cone coming out of the back of his head. You're like, holy shit, Johnny. This is gruesome. Our life is ruined. I mean, now we can't have fun anymore. Our life is ruined for all time. Moving forward. Johnny's dead and we don't know what to do. Maybe we have another one and forget that Johnny even existed. Poor son of a bitch was skiing at 4 years old with such irresponsible cocksucking parents. I'm never gonna. I love this. I see guys putting little kids on fucking dirt bikes. I know you're from the South and you have to do that kind of thing, but give me a fucking break. The kid's like he's got motocross now. Listen, I want my kid on the couch. All right? And even at that, I'm like, be careful you don't fall off and hit your head. That's all I need to do is hear that head thud. That only kids can give off. You ever hear the head thud? Oh my God, I heard a kid roll off a shopping cart. Thud onto the floor. I'm like, instant death. I said, look the other way. Onto a concrete floor. You understand? I said, I can't handle this. I don't need this right now. I wouldn't be useful to somebody in like a car accident. I see a car accident. I see somebody like hit another car and then somebody goes flying through the windshield. I'm like, oh boy. I'm like, I saw enough today. I don't have to go out there and see this person quivering on the floor. You know, they're like, tell my wife I love her. And I'm like, oh, I got a bad memory. What'd you say? Anybody got a pen? He said something about his wife. What? I'm like, kids, tell him Daddy loves them. And you're like, what's that? How many kids you got? I don't know. He said something about his kids love him. I don't know. Tell my son there's a safe under the floorboards. It's got $3.5 million. You're like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Where do you live? What are you asking me that? Where do you live, you son of a bitch? You put your knee on his neck? You're like, come on, what do you want? You want water? Where do you live? Oh my God. Then you go to the funeral, you know? You know, if you know, your father was such a great man, you know. When we were kids, we used to work on our bikes together, and he has this wrench of mine. You know, I gave him this wrench, and it was a special wrench that I remember him by. And she's like, why don't you come by the house and, you know, pick it up? You're like, oh, I couldn't put you out, you know, this type of thing. But what time? Like, oh, like, you know, anytime after 2 o'clock. You're like, oh, okay. And then the next thing you know, ding dong. You show up, oh, let me go get that wrench. Wow, you did things with the place, huh? Interesting. She's like, you want coffee? You're like, yeah, sure, coffee would be great. She goes in to make the coffee. You make a break for the floorboard. You open it up, and there it is. You understand? And you grab the money, and you just run. But you have to run past the kitchen to get out. She's like, what are you doing? And as you're running, the money's coming out of the side of the box. She's like, God almighty. And you kick the front door open. You jump right through the window. You got the bread, you jump in the car, and that's it. You're off to Brazil. That's it. You drive to the airport. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? You drive to the airport and you're off to Brazil. Oh my God. Then you go to Brazil and you know what a strip club in Brazil is like? This is like the top fuel dragsters of women. What is it with Brazilian women? I don't know what's going on over there. It's like one perfect body after another. You go to a strip club there, holy schmackerel, and you have your big box of cash. And there's bills falling out the side of it, and the women, they come running over. And listen, I got news for you right now. I could lose a lot of money. If there's $3 million in there, I could piss away $1 million in a night. I know. But it's a great night. All right, guys. Callahan here. Reporting for duty. And just like that, we're scanning for crimes. Guys, my son's like, he's always with this Alexa. Do you understand lately? I don't know what he's asking Alexa everything, and he's getting answers. I'm like, oh, that thing actually works? I don't know. Every time I ever try it, nothing happens. I don't know. It's just that's like an old man thing. I'm not talking to this machine. Please, come on. I can't even talk to my wife. Anyhow, so I showed my son how to brush his teeth. You understand? I mean, no big deal. And the other day he tells me, I asked Alexa how to brush my teeth, and you told me I brush my teeth wrong. I'm like, oh, this is what you got to deal with. I said, no. I said, just leave me alone. Just leave me alone with this bullshit. Let me tidy up the place a little bit. Wow. Yeah. I try to limit myself to about 3 bendovers a day. I bend over sometimes and I'm like, I don't know if I'm getting back up again. That's always a chance. I don't know. My teacher had my teacher. That's right. My son's teacher. They sent home an assignment, you know? It's like this big poster. You got to put like a president on it. You got to pick a president. Right away, I always think Martin Van Buren. Remember this guy, this fucking slob? You ever look at some of these presidents, you're like, Jesus Christ, what's the story with some of these guys? Like, what was going on then, you know? Like, you know, these guys were like, I don't know. If you look at Martin Van Buren, it's like, wow, they had fried chicken back then? Look at this guy's face with those mutton chops and like, what a fat, disgusting, sweaty pig. I'm like, this guy must have had money beyond money to get the presidency. I don't know. I can't imagine you'd elect such a fat, sweaty pig. Anyhow, he's like, Martin Van Buren, he's like, yeah, that slaves thing wasn't really that bad. Back then, they didn't give a fuck. He's like, yeah, my wife, I beat her up pretty hard yesterday. Maybe I'll, I don't know, I'll redo the horseshoes on her horse that she rides around on. It's like putting, I don't know, tires on the car. Yeah. Why'd you give her? Why'd you beat her up there, Martin? He's like, I don't know. He's like, sometimes you get bored. So, yeah, he's like, but yeah, I do the same thing. I beat up my wife too, and that's what you do in the fucking 1700s. I don't know what year it was. You're like, hey, you want to go shoot some animals? Like, yeah, cool, we'll do that. Go hunting. Well, hunting's fine though. I mean, nothing wrong with that. But what else would they be doing? I don't know. Let's go down to the Hua House. You're trying to tell me they didn't have brothels back then? Come on. Give me a break. And Benjamin Franklin, I got news for you right now. This asshole didn't discover electricity. Isn't that what I was flying a kite the other day. At work, we had a big storm. And the front door was broken. And he asked me if I could go out there and fix the front door. I said, yeah, no problem. I go out there. The doors are flung open. They're banging back and forth. Rang, tang, tang, tang. I'm like, Jesus, Crimler. The wind was blowing so severe. I said, fuck this. I'm making a kite. I look around. Nobody's around. I take a cardboard slip sheet. I take some twine that we used to tie shit up. I tied it up. I made a kite out of the thing. And I put it out there, and it started to fly, but it was going around like this. I said, Bean, I need a tail on it. I need a tail with a weight. And I was like, well, and then I thought to myself at that moment, I was like, this cocksucker Benjamin Franklin, he didn't discover electricity. He got lucky. So what can I use for a weight on the end of this thing? And then my manager came, and I was like, oh shit. I roll up the kite like this. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. Somebody threw this trash in the parking lot. Jesus Christ, some people. He was like, yeah, unbelievable. I said, yeah, let me put it over here. And I wonder if they have that on security camera. Like, what is that? One of our employees outside flying a kite? You want to explain this? I don't know. Just a kite, And the boss is like, no, I mean, you want to explain how you made that so we could go outside and do that right now. You're like, hey, fuck yeah, let's do that. Then we'll go to the strip club, huh? That's always the relationship I always imagine with my boss. Like at the end of the day, hey, let's go down to a strip club together. Come on, we'll go spend all the money that I'm giving you. You know what I'm saying? And there's some guys that go to the strip club that blow all their money. You understand? Like they get paid and they go straight. There are people out there that do this. There's two types of guys. Listen, there's a bunch of weirdos at a strip club. Do you understand? You got perverts, like my buddy, who wanted to always go to the strip club wearing those, those pants that you snap off. Yeah, he would go naked with those pants on. So that when he got a lap dance, he'd just blow one right into his own pants. Disgusting, highly disgusting. You have no idea. And then of course then he wanted to leave. We could be like 8:30 at night in the strip club. He goes and does whatever he fucking pervertedly does, and then he's like, okay, guys, let's head home. And you're like, what? I'm like, we understand you got a wet spot in your pants, but we just started the party over here. Anyhow, you got perverts, you got retired guys, you understand? They're the guys that actually eat the food in the strip club. You could tell. They're they're by the edge of the stage like this. Good show tonight. Yeah. Oh, honey. Hold on. Let me get $1 out of my pocket. You gotta wipe your mouth. He takes $1 out. This is the guy that he has the dollar on a timer. He pulls out like an hourglass, flips it over. He's giving out $1 an hour. Do you understand? Then you got the new guy to the strip club that's like, like mesmerized, looking around. Then he goes to hand the girl a dollar like this. And she's like, oh, he's another moron. I'll have his wallet by the end of the night. Then you got, you got guys that come there after work and blow their entire paycheck. You understand? It's the guy. Yes. It's the beers. They're sitting there actually drinking beers. You understand? You ever see somebody drinking one beer after another at a strip club? You're like, wow, this is the loser from hell. You go there drunk off your ass to begin with. Don't you know that? You got to buy one to stand there. But for crying out loud, it doesn't take much to figure out the economics of a strip club. Anyway, then you got the guy falling in love, at the stage. He's been there. Like, he waits for Beverly to come out. Bravo! Bravo! And he's been there, like, he comes out there for every fucking show. You got all sorts of guys there. You got the guy who's a virgin. That was me. One of my first times going to a strip club. I'm the laughing stock of all my friends because of this. This girl comes up to me and, like, she's looking at me, like, staring me down. I'm like completely intimidated. I'm like, she's like, so, honey, like, the gum chewing, the tits popping out. There goes Rita. She puts her arm around my neck. I'm like, do. And, the thigh touching your thigh. You're like, into your pants. Anyhow, she goes, you want to dance? And I said, and I'll never hear the end of it, I'm not a very good dancer. Swear to God, true story. And then the bursts out of laughter. I didn't know what a lap dance was. Come on. I'm sorry. I didn't realize, this was so odd to me. So guys would come to a place where you pay women to dance on their lap. I'm like, what? I don't even understand how lap dancing works. Anyhow, I became the laughing stock. She gave me like the kiss on the cheek, like, hey, dumb idiot, and walked away. Like, yeah, can I go somewhere to wash my face now? Let's be serious. Let's be serious. We all know what happens at the strip clubs, okay? We know what goes on behind the curtain. And it's fantastic. I'm here to tell you. It's fantastic. Anyway. Then I remember, like, taking a stripper home. Do you understand? And, No, this is ridiculous. You ready for this? I used to live down the block from a strip club. It was a strip club on the corner. I know. I let me tell you something. The rent there should have been exponentially higher just for that reason alone. It's like, come to my house, get drunk, then we'll go down to the strip club. This is great. There's nothing else to do. So we went to the strip club. And I'm talking to the stripper or whatnot, and I tell her I live right down the block. She's like, I'm going, you want to ride home? Because I told her we'd walk up to you. I'm going, you want to ride home? And I'm like, yeah, let's go. So we're sitting there in front of my house. I'm like, are you coming inside? And she got all offended. I'm like, you're a stripper that just drove me home to my house. I didn't realize strip clubs offered those services. So I'm like, well, I can't believe I thought this stripper would actually come into my house. That was such an outlandish thing to say. I'm so sorry. Yeah, okay. What do I look like, a stripper? Well, come on. Come the fuck on. And then I felt like an idiot when I walked in the house by myself. I'm like, my friends are all like, what happened? I said, no, you didn't realize that stripper was actually also an Uber driver. And this is like, 2007 6, so Uber doesn't even exist. Yeah, she does taxiing on the side for people at the strip club. That's right, guys on coke. You know, okay. That's all. That's all. The other type of guy you always knew was in the strip club. It was the guy on coke, and there's 2 types of guys on coke. There are guys that do cocaine because they like to have fun and they can stop doing cocaine, and there are guys that have to wake up in the morning and do cocaine. Do you understand? Just to get out of bed. You got those 2 guys in there. You understand? This was the latter of the 2. You have these guys on cocaine. You could tell because they're outside like fucking talking your ear off. They're giving you an ear beating as soon as you walk outside. God forbid you go out for a cigarette. This guy grabs a hold of your ear like it's a fucking Sanyo tape recorder. And you're like, you can't even get away from this guy. He just wants to talk. Go fuck yourself. I got to go use the disgusting bathroom in the strip club. You understand? Never go in the bathroom in a strip club. That's another rule for you. Let me tell you right now. I don't know. I dated a stripper. Well, we went out for a while. You understand? And she had a sack of a garbage bag full of money underneath a fucking underneath a bed. 40 grand. All rolled up. I said, Jesus, Crimler. You're lucky I'm a nice guy. I tell you that right now. You can't really do much about that. Somebody steals a sack of cash from you. I'd be like, go ahead and find it. Come over to my house. Go ahead and find it. You're telling me I stole it. Where is it? Tell you right now, I always thought the best hiding spot in a house or an apartment was like if you had a couple grand, is underneath the gravel of a fish tank. Pfft, who's going there? If I'm robbing a house, I ain't sticking my hand in your fish tank. So that's the end of that. I mean, when you would talk about evidence, water dripping. Well, look at this. The guy's got out his fucking magnifying glass. Look at this. Water drips all the way over to this guy's house. Here's the guy that robbed you. So that's it. She would go off to work. I'd say, things to her like, listen, just don't let anybody stick a finger up your ass. All right? We don't need that right now. Because for some reason, that's what you always saw when you went to a strip club. Guys trying to stick their fingers in a girl's ass. I mean, that's what gorillas at the end of the day. Guys, do you understand? Do you understand? So anyway, I didn't have a problem with her being a stripper. I thought it was more of an experiment. I was like, can I do that? Because I heard Bishop Don, Magic Wand, famous pimp. You know, everybody knows Bishop Don, Magic Wand, right? So, famous pimp, he was on Howard Stern. And Howard Stern was like, hey, how do I become a pimp? And Bishop Don was like, well, would you let your best friend fuck your wife? And Howard was like, no way. Bishop Don said, well, you'll never be a pimp. I said, oh, wow, there's something interesting in that. So I said, hey, let me try dating a stripper. See if that changes my character somewhat. Trying to transform myself into a pimp. Very successful. Very successful. I have to mop the floor today. So there's that. That ruins my day off. Babe, you have to mop the floor. You're not helping around the house. It's like, you ruined my day off, even though it only takes me about, 15 minutes. I love my wife, and then she comes home. You didn't mop it twice. Like, mop it twice? I mopped this cocksucker once, and I'm ready to put a bullet in my own head. I ain't mopping twice. Mopping twice? I got news for you. This heart has so many beats in it. I'm not going to waste any more of them mopping a floor for a second time. Where does it stop? Where does it stop? And I completely lost my train of thought. Guys, just like this show is lost, I have news for you right now. The other day, I thought about quitting. couple days ago. I went to I don't know. I said, you know what? I'm fucking done with this shit. I got news to you. I don't know where this show is going. I'm on the brink, and I'll tell you this right now. I mean, whew, I put a lot of time into this show. Believe it or not, I mean, a lot of time, and that's time away from my family. I mean, I complain about this all the time, but you know, I just like to get maybe another job. That's it. Life can be less difficult. At this point, another job would be nice. And I don't know who's going to hire me now. Like, I'm sorry if I go to Amazon. Hey, I want to be a driver. All right, let's just check your social media here. What's this? He does a show about jerking off. Oh, okay. Zip, delete. Play a piece of his video. He has a video out there, let's see. With a 4K face screaming at the top of his lungs, delete. You understand? Not a very marketable guy. So I was like, maybe I'll start a welding business, you know. I'll get a truck, I'll get a welder, I'll wing it. You know, my first day showing up, I mean, the beads of welding all over the place. They're like, who is this fucking guy? And then I just shifted. I do a neutral drop in the truck, and I burn tires out of there. That's all. Maybe one day I'll start getting paid for that service when I get better. But that's it. You got to start a business, right? I have no idea. I feel like I could have been a contractor with a fleet of trucks by now, instead of doing this for 10 fucking years, and been making real money. Maybe I'd have a new car instead of having a Mazda 6, a 2005 Mazda 6. Yes. That I just lost the display on. The display went dead. So now I can't see the heat controls. Fuck me. Anyhow. I know this is a lot of bitching and moaning. But it's like, you know, I 10 years of your life, you say, man, there were a lot of possibilities there, you know, to put yourself in a better situation than you're in now. So I just was thinking about it, and I'm like, I don't know about this motherfucking thing. And it might appear as if maybe I'm coming in here and mailing it in lately, and I am. I'm mailing it in because I'm dead inside. So it's been a few times in my illustrious YouTube career that I've contemplated this, stopping the show, quitting. And I mean, I figured I'd share it with you guys today. But I'd say this has happened maybe 4 times, 4 serious times. You know, a lot. It was much more earlier on, where I've had the camera over to the garbage can and just been enough of this, you know, enough of this. And you know what I've done? I've asked for guidance from God. That's what I do. I say, God, give me a sign. Give me a sign. I know a lot of you people are rolling your eyes. Oh, he's one of these fucking God guys. All right, relax yourself. I'm not a God guy, believe it or not. I've just seen certain things in my life that I'm like, Jesus, mackerel and Christ. I mean, for the love of Chrysler. And I just have a belief in something. You know what I mean? And if it's God, it's God. I don't know. But every time I ask for that advice, I got answers. Every time I said, you know, what's going on here? You know, give me a sign. I've always got a miraculous sign. That's all I can say. But I don't abuse that. And I know a lot of you guys are you know, I know a lot of you atheist guys out there, all right? I got news for you right now. You want to be atheist? That's fine. I have not met an atheist that wasn't a fucking miserable yet. I'm sorry. It's true. Every atheist I ever met, he's a miserable. Because you know what? I have news for you. I'm not a God guy. I'm here to tell you that right now. I'm not a holy roller. I don't go to church. I'm not you know, You know, I'm not that guy in church that always sits the fuck in front of me. You understand? That's why I can't go to church anymore, because for some reason, every time I sit down, it's the guy in front of me is the most enthusiastic church person of all time. He's got to get up, his ass is sweating, he's like jumping up and down. I'm like, hey, motherfucker, I'm here for the word too. It's not all about you, okay? You're not in Cirque du Soleil. So why don't you sit down instead of doing fucking somersaults down the aisle? He's doing jumping jacks in front of me. It's like, guy, relax. All right? Relax. Sit down. Anyway, it's nice to have something to believe in. You understand? I mean, a lot of people walk around, they're like, I don't know, there's not even a rhyme or a reason going on there. There's no purpose there, right? And you say to yourself, wow, that's sad. You know, it's sad. It's nice to have something to believe in. What I believe in, I don't even fucking know. To be honest with you. I don't know. But I'll tell you this, I always had that guiding energy. You understand? And today, I'm asking for help. And I'm asking for help. Guys, we're going to do it. I know, I thought about this at work. I said, this is perfect. I don't know. Maybe it's a shot in the dark, right? So today we do it. We do it on the old Nintendo. How about that? Does that sound insincere as hell? And we do it with a game that can predict the future. And we're going to ask it the future. Never played it before. Ladies and gentlemen, Taboo for the NES. Picture time. All we need is a controller, tap into the Edison line, pipe through the Sansui 1010, charging atomic batteries, kill the lights of attrition, and move you into primetime position. Like I can remember seeing this game on the game shelf, Taboo. You remember that box art, and being curious about it, you know, what's this all about? But let me tell you something. Back then, it was really the back graphics that sold the game. And if I can remember, it was nothing but text, because that's what it was, right? I'd like to see the back of the box now, because I know I looked at it before. There we go. Okay. Taboo, The Sixth Sense. How appropriate. Here we go. Need some music here, right? Whoa, listen to that bass. Ooh, 1988, rare. Okay. Whoa, that take a turn for the worst. All right. All that has been, all that will be is here for you to know. Dare you glimpse the future. Oh, come on, for crying out loud. Name. All right, let's do it legit. Jesse. Okay. Oh boy. Birthday. 10. Birthday. I'm trying to enter it. Oh. 10. very intense. 10. $76. Oh, we got it right. Sex. Yes, please. No. Male. What happened? I didn't get to see it. Your question. Should I continue? I could see why kids wanted their money back. Could you imagine getting this game as a kid and you got this like to continue? I don't even know how to spell. Here we go. All right. Ma, can we go back to Toys R Us with a gun? Wait, there's got to be an E on that. Should I continue? The show. Oh man, this is scary. That's it. Oh boy, here it comes. Oy! The fate of the show right here, guys. Card. The Knight of Cups. What? Come on! Give me a chance! I'm from Copeg. Oh boy. Oh. So these are the tarot cards? So now it's our job to select? Significant card, a Knight of Coins. Your present position is able to conclude a laborious task. Yeah, no shit! Oh, does that mean continue? Knight of Coins. Crossing card, the Two of Cups. Presently influencing you is cooperation and agreement. Alright, you're freaking hawking me in China here. Let's analyze this. Presently... You motherfuck! Shut your pipe for 2 seconds! Presently influencing you is cooperation and agreement. Huh. Oh my god, shut your ass. Alright, here we go. Crowning card, the Knight of Staves. Your near-term goal or destiny is or is influenced by an alteration or change. Okay. Base of the matter. Card, the King of Staffs. The influences of the distant past are a mature, honest, and I don't know what that word is. Honest and conscientious wisdom. Oh boy. Can I get a straight answer here? Previous influences exerting pressure are disappointment or strife. Okay. Forthcoming influences card. The Eight of Staffs. Near future influencing you soon is rapid development. Okay. finds oneself card, the moon. Your present situation attitude is deception, dishonesty, a caution, or warning. Views of others. The two of coins. Viewed by others, you are avoids changing or difficult situations. What is this saying? It's not even in proper English. You think they would have got it right for this game? Hopes and fears. The Queen of Coins. Your inner hopes and fears are a wealthy person who is generous and charitable. Your inner hopes and fears are a healthy person who is generous and charitable. Okay. Final outcome. The Queen of Staffs. The outcome of all previous mentioned problems will be a genuine interest in the well-being of others. I got a headache. Select your state. Oh, here we go. Wait. No. I didn't hit anything. How do I go back up to select your state? Amount of numbers. Okay, select my state. Here we go. New York. What if you live in a different country? New York. I'm select my number. We're doing this. I got fortune numbers. That's it? That's it, guys. My head is spinning. I don't know, maybe you got something out of that. I don't know. Guys, do you realize you just tuned in to the greatest video game program in the history of human civilization? And you better believe that. With a 4K face!